Tonight, from Oklahoma City, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Oklahoma City Nighthawks taking on the Houston Gunners.
EA Sports coverage of the National League is on the air. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with their opponents. With my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we have arrived at another new season. Had a little more. It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. This fielded right at the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
And what's a quarterback's best friend?
Balance?
I think you're right. I agree with you. You know, a lot of guys would say great receiver, right? A terrific offensive line. But I agree with you, balance, because if you can run the ball effectively, that just opens things up for guys who want to throw it and gives you easier passing lanes and easier coverages to read.
And they said balance will be a focus in this one.
Yeah, they don't want it all just heaped on his shoulders, I don't believe. I think they want to make sure they take some of the pressure off. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
And on now is the punter. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
So this is where we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you've really got a QB you can trust, you might want to take a little shot early and try and create some space.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. Breaks through the contact, and he'll go out of bounds just shy of the 20.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So that one will be accepted. They'll try the left side. Barnett. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Barnett. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. From the gun on 3rd down, McCain. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Two things you can do in that situation: run it and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
Is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This one complete to Gresham. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the 1st. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their 2nd drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
To throw on 2nd down, McCain. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. From the gun on 3rd down, McCain. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down at the 28. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Off the play fake. McCain, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call.
Come on now.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Second and long. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to fourth down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a fourth down.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that, because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Now a handoff here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And a give this time to the tailback. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. McCain, quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCain, his pass caught at the 4. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 1st and goal from just inside the 5. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back.
Touchdown! It's caught at the 1. A great play there with his first career touchdown in his first career game, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. So we just witnessed touchdown number 1 for the Rook, and certainly that's a football he's going to want for the trophy case.
Yeah, this is one that you don't spike, right? This is one you don't throw to your teammate and let them celebrate. This is one you keep for yourself, take it over to the equipment staff, and have them mark it up, put it away, and then you get it later on, and as you said, mount it in your trophy case. Fantastic. Hopefully the first of many.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. That time, a 9-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Carter now on the return. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Houston's offense taking over again. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
A throw over the middle, taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. No gain there on the 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Now they'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. On 2nd down now, it's Burnett. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. 1st and 10 at the 19. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. 7 yards, the pickup there.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
2nd down and 3. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Gunners are an extra point away from evening this one up.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Point after try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A 10-play drive that time, and the result, a Houston touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. To throw on second down, McCain firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. On first down, McCain. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. To throw on third down, McCain going to throw right side here, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, McCain. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Looking to throw on second down. McCain, nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, each team able to manage just one touchdown apiece. 7-7 is our score. And for the call of the second half, we send it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll make this a second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be scooped up by the defense. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now after coughing up the football, serious concerns on that sideline. Their defense surrenders the tying touchdown to start the third quarter, and now the offense follows that up by committing the turnover.
And I think you're sensing the exact same thing that I'm sensing, that the energy, much different here in the second half. We talk about it a lot, but you can feel it kind of rippling through the stadium, and it's affecting the players.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. And a quick throw here. That's complete. 3 yards the gain there. 2nd down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
What was that, man?
Now a give right side. Burnett. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing 3rd down. This is caught. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. It's their quarterback, making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Gunners have moved out in front. We saw so much of this last year at the college level, but there you go, his first rushing touchdown as an NFL quarterback.
And with the speed he has, we certainly know it won't be his last, because that's something that aided him very well, as you mentioned, at the college level. It's something he's going to carry over, and they'll make it a big part of their offense.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. To throw on second down, McCain. And he will find his man on the outside. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. McCain. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he's got his big tight end here. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Continues to be a struggle for this offense and this home crowd. They're growing a little restless here in the second half.
And I think they've just got to look at how they're trying to move the football. Yeah, you want to run it, but maybe you spread it out, maybe some swing passes that can take the place of runs and give you a little more space.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, McCain. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. McCain, and a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. He's been pretty solid, pretty consistent, just the one touchdown pass, but I think he's managed the game well, no?
I would agree with you, and that's what you're looking for out of your field leader, making sure that you're playing well and not making any big mistakes. Oftentimes, that's how you're judged. How big a mistake and when it occurs. No interception so far. They'll like that.
I just want you to know that you agreeing with me, that's going to get me through this 3rd and 4th quarter. Are you touched? He's patting his heart, boys and girls. He's touched.
Respect.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Gunners are able to widen their advantage. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, 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 and finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear, get with him and say, all right, well, man, what do you need? What's going on here? So always one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Off play action. McCain, he sets to fire deep. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. McCain. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, McCain, and he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
Well, they were trying to set up a screen there, but that one just too slow in developing.
Yeah, too slow in developing and well read, because that ends up being a bad feeling for the quarterback. When he's got no blocking in front of him, his guys are just going to let defenders go, and they're coming for him. So if it's not there, you just got to throw the ball at the turf at your running back speed.
Now here's a throw that's complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. Looking to throw. McCain. They shakes him, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st down, it's Burnett, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
A nice throw there. We've seen a lot of those from this young man. How would you assess, Charles, his first start thus far?
I think it's been everything that they could have asked for, because he's handled all the basic things quite well. And even some of the wrinkles that have been thrown at him, he's shown a lot of poise throughout and made some nice plays.
A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. Oh, look at the juke.
Oh!
Still going. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And he'll give it here to his running back. 60 yards rushing for him now to this point. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
The OKC offense ready to set up shop again. Well, they didn't fall behind any further thanks to that missed field goal, but still staring at this 4th quarter deficit.
Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
5 yards on the catch there brings up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And he comes back with one complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing on 1st down. McCain. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end. Complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McCain. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game? That's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. McCain. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And now here's a carry heading left. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Hate to see this. Week 1 of the season. We'll be back.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. McCain. He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And incomplete on the deep ball. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So now with a little over 2 minutes to play, the road back gets very difficult.
Difficult, but still not impossible if they go ahead and play this thing out. Now the defense has to come up big. They've got to go for the strip of the football on each and every snap to try and give themselves a chance.
They'll run on 1st down. Burnett, he gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Burnett. They'll keep it on the ground. Burnett showed some strong running, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And they'll send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. The situation for them offensively as follows. Down by 2 touchdowns. At time, a huge factor. Their offense has struggled all night, and now they need to find 2 scores late to try to pull this thing out. And this is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Not much there, only a yard. And we've reached the 1-minute mark in this game. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 24.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. And they will take a knee here. And just how they envision the start of the season, kneeling it down, defense can't stop the clock. This one's a winner.
You know what's really strange? I think a lot of people think that the kneel-down practice stuff really only happens like one time a week. The best teams I know, they practice it starting back in OTAs. They want them to visualize winning a game and how great that feels, and they got it done in this one.
Yep, a knee gets them to 1-0. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for our visitors, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at Soldier Field with the Chicago Bears. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.